I give her a certain amount of money per week.
Like sugar daddy.
Yeah, kind of.
Why does our almost 40-year-old wife need an allowance?
Thank you. I was dropping hints like, hey.
I don't do good with him.
That's pretty basic, though. Hey, I don't like that I don't have access. I wish I had access. That's not a subtle hint.
I don't think that's how that conversation went, but if you want to frame it that way, that's fine.
Well, I mean, that's how she's more.
That's how I'm framing it.
I'll spell it out next time.
What's good? What they do? It's your boy PurpleLips back with another video. Back with another video. What's good, man? It's another Pocket Watching Wednesdays where we react to Caleb Hammer. You know, in today's episode, we react to a segment with a trucker and a Onlyfans model. And basically, the Onlyfans model has a spending habit, so the trucker puts her on a allowance, so to speak. Yeah, you know what I mean? He brings in most of the bread. You know what I mean? Her money is very unstable. He brings in about like 85 to 90,000 a year. And it seems like apparently she doesn't confess, I'm gonna be honest, with her she doesn't confess with her spending habits. She doesn't take accountability in that. But however, so he puts her on a allowance. He gives her a certain budget that she can spend a month and a week or bi-weekly. But we're gonna go ahead and get this purple lip reaction. I want to know, man, you know, how much control is too much control financially when you're financially supporting someone. When you're financially supporting someone, how much is too much control? Drop your comments, man. Go ahead and press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Every Wednesdays we're doing this Pocket Watching Wednesdays or the Truth on Wednesdays. We react to Paul Pierce, but this week we're reacting to Caleb Hammer on Pocket Watching Wednesdays. Let's get it. Let's go.
Like, how are we communicating? How are we budgeting? How does this look from a household perspective?
I give her a certain amount of money per week, and then
like sugar daddy.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, I get $400 a week.
Plus
to do
whatever
what with?
That's the
that's
household.
for the household stuff.
So you're limited?
Yeah.
$400 a week? Ain't that bad. I ain't gonna lie. She said a week. Let me make sure she said a week.
Kind of.
Yeah, I get $400 a week.
I ain't gonna lie, that's not that bad. If she getting that every week, what, 4 times 4? That's 6. We call that 1,600. Man, you know, that's not that bad. You know, that's really not that bad. If she's just getting that for like getting groceries and stuff like that. What y'all think, man? You know, is getting 400 as an allowance, is that bad, or is that like controlling? What do y'all think about that?
Plus
to do what
she's,
with?
That's the household.
For the household stuff.
So you're limited?
Yeah.
For house?
Yep.
$400 a week, but you bring in substantially more than that a week, right?
Yeah, I pay all of the bills. But
oh, is that not household?
No,
no,
I
that's
like
for,
household for food, anything that's needed inside the house.
Groceries, gas for her.
Okay, why are we doing it like this?
Is that fair? Do y'all think that's fair? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It doesn't sound that bad. You know what I mean? Because she also makes money, but it's just not that much. But then, so he basically pays all the bills, and she sits up. You know, she gets to take care of the kids or whatever. You know, benefit or not, whatever. He pays all the bills, and she brings in her own income, and he gives her an allowance on every week, $400 to do whatever she wants to do. She get her nails done, whatever it is what she do, and she has her own money. So is that really unfair? You know what I mean? Y'all let me know if that's really an unfair dynamic. I don't think that's that bad, honestly. It don't sound that bad.
Why does our almost 40-year-old wife need an allowance?
Thank you.
Oh, she said thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, so this
how
is a
do you want to
disagreement.
do this?
This is a disagreement.
This is how we came to an agreement back when it started and he became like doing trucking.
So 8 years ago.
Yeah. And
okay.
Yeah, it's been a while, but it was when I lost a job and didn't have money. I was like, okay, how are we
You
gonna
lost
do
the job.
this? Yeah, like
Okay.
I lost like my actual main job when we first got together. And he was like, well, how about this? Blah, blah, blah. I have always like given him the control over the finances I didn't even have a bank account because I put myself into overdraft and no bank would give me it when I lost my job.
What's your favorite song?
No bank would give me it when I lost my job.
What's your favorite song?
What's my favorite song? I don't know. Numa by Tool.
Can he hear Numa by Tool in his ear? I want to talk to her. Great minds, ladies and gentlemen. Great minds.
That's crazy.
The music?
What?
So, Mr.
So I'm saying though, like, do you think that her choice to work in OnlyFans give her leverage, or is she still under his control? Like, what do y'all think of that dynamic so far? What y'all hearing? You know what I mean? Like, is her doing OnlyFans? Does that give her leverage, or is she just sitting under his control the entire time? Like, what do y'all think?
Nicole, what is your overall opinion of this allowance existing today? Why did you say thank you when I confronted it?
Because that is a big, I mean, when you look at it, like you said, it's the sugar daddy thing or like here. And I literally get money on a debit card that is in his name.
What the why?
Because that's how we've been doing it for so long.
Have you requested a change?
No, I just didn't want to argue about it.
Is it an argument anytime you bring up having any kind of independence?
Not necessarily.
Then where's the fear of the argument?
There was an argument about how much I should get, and he was giving me a lot more years ago. And this has been like
What
over time.
changed?
I don't know. He kept asking for me to take less and less, and I did
He's
it.
cutting your pay.
Right. It was
Your
like
sugar daddy pay. Have you heard any logic as to why? You never asked why?
Well, it was because of credit card debt. It's always because of credit card debt. He needs
that
money to
gone?
put towards the debt, and I just trust him to take care of it.
You're in for.
I think, you know what I'm saying? I think that she basically I think that she's leaving something out. Like, I think that she basically has a spending habit, and she's not completely admitting to that. And because he used to give her more than that, and for whatever reason, he just digressed little by little because he see how much she's extracting and what she spends money on, and obviously he's giving her financial freedom. So because he gave her financial freedom and he's seeing how she used her money, he's like, you know what? I think I need to put a limit on this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think y'all agree with me? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think that she just has a spending habit and she hasn't admit to it, or she just or he really just that controlling? And like, how much does financial dominance justify controlling a partner behavior? Why is that? Like, why do y'all think that even makes sense? You know what I'm saying? But my personal opinion, I think that she probably has a spending habit. She just doesn't admit to it, and he put it on a budget because he's like, you know what? I already give you this financial freedom. I see how much money you spending. I'm gonna limit this a little bit more.
38,000 hours of bad debt.
Yeah, I didn't even really
So
know. I thought we were in 10. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a really fucked up
Do you guys
situation.
ever have? Well, because of this, do you have hidden purchases from him?
No, not necessarily.
Does he from you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I know what he buys, but I don't know exactly how much he buys and how much he spends on certain things.
You guys get this house together?
My name's on it, but his.
Your name's on it.
Yeah, but it's in his, like, the loan and everything is in his name.
Is there not a sense of control here that's a bit odd?
There is, and I've let it happen, I guess, over the years of.
And where does this stand today in your mind, and where would you want it to be? Because
if I had more availability to work on my own and have my own, like, that was the whole thing where the fee came along. I was trying to get more of an independent part.
Which I get that, but
So
But again, you spend it all on write-offs and then he covers the taxes. So it's weird. I'm not
It is
accusing
weird.
this, to be very clear. I'm not accusing this because this isn't how I'm reading the situation. But take just the 10 minutes of this conversation about the control of the money,
mhm.
cut everything else. Sounds abusive. It's not, but do you understand how it's on that financial
It's on the
scale?
cusp. Yes. We talked about it when it was going on. I was like, do you not understand like what I'm handing over to you by not having anything like but you to tell me like here's this money for the household.
And all is said on the other side.
Facts. Bro, like that's facts. That was a legit question from her standpoint because she understands the control that she's giving him, and he should understand the way that she's submitting to him. And, you know, I understand that was a valid question from her standpoint, but I don't know how direct she was about it. But she's very submissive to him, and I don't know how aggressive he is when he gets mad or something like that. But she clearly doesn't like to argue with him, and he seems to have full control of everything. And she doesn't want to upset him, and it seems that's what I'm getting the vibe from. She doesn't want to upset him, so she says things, but she says it indirectly, kind of. But she does bring up her points and how she feels. I'm curious of y'all thoughts, man. Like, if one partner controls the finances entirely, is this protection, manipulation, or is it both? You know what I'm saying? Can a relationships even survive long term when one partner holds all of the power over money? Like, I know some people say they want their partner to pay for everything, but does that even, can a relationship survive on a long term from that standpoint? And like, if one partner controls everything, like, is this considered financial protection, manipulation, or is it both? You know what I'm saying? Curious to see what y'all thinking. Drop y'all thoughts, man. We're about to wrap this up soon.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was
Nothing. Wants to maintain control.
yeah, pretty much, I guess.
Well, what can you do about that? That's not healthy. That you tried to push back and tried to get some sense of control and independence. Because when married, I'd say it's ours, not his, with a little
And that's
dip
what
for me.
Yeah, and that's where I think a lot of it, where in my mind I say it's his. Like,
Well, how do you feel about the fact that you did push back? You requested a change.
I did.
He said no.
And well, no, the only change I've ever did was get a job and get my own income. And then he asked me, can I give you less every week?
Does he have some obsession over his own money? Obsession over control?
I think it's over the money factor and of not necessarily control, because that's not how our relationship was in the beginning. But when I couldn't go, I didn't feel like I could go get my own job. This was.
What did he see that made him take control of the financial situation?
I gave it to him pretty much.
Well, why was it requested in the first place?
It wasn't. It was like I said, like
you
the
requested
way.
it?
No, it was kind of like, what can we do with you being out on the truck? Because
Who proposed the idea?
I don't know. I think it was just a conversation. And it might have been me saying, well, you just give me the debit card and you give me a certain amount. Or he might have. I don't know. That was so many years ago. I really couldn't tell. But that's where it's been. I couldn't even get my name on the bank account.
Do you recognize, and you kind of already had, but I want to make it crystal clear that there is some weird level of control here.
Yes. I know there is some
What
weird
would you
level
want to
it.
see the change be?
I don't know. More of me really having access to the accounts. I don't have any access to the accounts. I think that would make it feel a little bit better. And then discussing a budget for the house first to understand like how much money really it takes. I've been doing a lot for our kids lately with my little bit of income.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's switch it up. Good? Can you hear us? You good? Good. You know, I want to know a little more about this situation of, the separate accounts. When did that start? Well, in terms of you giving her an allowance.
I mean, I think it was when I started driving, maybe a little bit before that.
Well, why did this situation get set up?
I don't know. That just seemed like the best way to do it to me.
Who proposed it? How did it happen?
Not sure. I don't know. I think when I created a separate bills account as a checking account was when it started doing it like that.
Well, why do you think that's the best method to do this?
I think it happened organically when I created the separate bills account and she was just keeping the other debit card. That was before she had Cash App and Chime and that stuff for her own income. And so I was like, here, you just keep this one.
Over the years, has she ever requested having more access, having more independence, having this more joint?
No.
What would you do if she did?
Try to figure out some way to make that happen.
Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, a financial audit.
Yeah. This is it, man. I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, that was wild. Hey, man. That was a very different situation, you know what I mean, that we have to deal with in today. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and get this purple lip breakdown and get out of here. All right, fam, but this is my takeaway, man. You know, relationships aren't just about love or attraction, you know. They're about balance, respect, and accountability. So when one partner controls the money, it might seem safe, but it also creates power imbalance that hurts the relationship in long term. I mean, and ladies, you know what I'm saying? Your independency does matter, and men, your boundaries matters too. You know what I mean? Ask yourself: are you empowering your partner, or are you controlling them? You know, are you making choices to build trust, or are you creating dependency? You know, I don't know if it's a rocky road. That's like a slippery slope to walk on. You know what I mean? And that was a difficult situation that they're in. You know what I mean? Are you like, these situations aren't just about money at all. You know what I'm saying? They're about respect, they're about honesty and sharing responsibility. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to know y'all thoughts, man. Drop y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if it made you reflect a little bit. Make sure that you subscribe so that you don't have to miss the future purple lip breakdown. You feel me? And keep your eyes open, man. You know, keep your mind sharp and your relationships healthy, man. You know, this is another purple lip breakdown on a Pocket Watching Wednesdays. Man, let's get it. Let's go. And I'm out.